I am Jason Ellis, and this is Tech Avail News. Welcome to our very first episode. This is entertainment industry news for the industry, by the industry. We're not here to talk about celebrity gossip or celebrity birthdays. These are the top news stories from yesterday that you should know today going into your workday. So let's begin. First story of the day is Denise Davis from Color Creative announcing the formation of her new company, Reform Media Group. If you're not familiar with Denise, her and Issa Rae actually started working back on the original series, web series of The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl. After the success of that and Issa Rae being picked up by HBO, her and Denise created Color Creative, the great production company that is currently making several projects and launching their own management company. Denise has been an amazing champion for diverse voices, and her goal with the Reform Media Group is exactly that, to help find unheard voices and bring them to the forefront. CAA has signed Denise and Reform Media Group across the board, so good luck to Denise, and something we definitely need in this industry. Our second story is the Disney theatrical window. CEO Bob Chapek announced yesterday during a conference that Disney is going to be planning on their theatrical rollout to truly be dependent on what the consumer wants. He didn't come out and strictly say what the plan is. Currently with Disney Plus, they've been doing same-day theatrical release, but also doing a premium subscription buy. For example, you wanted to buy Mulan or the upcoming Raya, that you would pay $30 to watch it on Disney Plus. But with all the new studios with their own streaming service changing the theatrical window, we'll really see what happens. I think the theaters really won't have much to say, especially with Disney, who brings typically $1 billion in box office revenue every year. So the theaters are almost at the whim of Disney, unlike Paramount, Universal. But I think we'll see a difference of the rollout for Disney projects probably being same day, same time, plus a purchase window. HBO Max obviously did their 2021 announcement, having all of their major titles purely be on HBO Max and in theaters same day, same time. Paramount announced the other day with Paramount Plus being a 45 window delay in theaters, and then they'll be coming to Paramount Plus. So that's Mission Impossible 7 and Top Gun Maverick. So we'll see how this plays out for Disney, but I think the theaters should be a little bit worried. But then again, I feel like post-COVID, a lot of people are going to want to be coming back to the theater. Tom and Jerry did blockbusters this weekend at $14.1 million, which I don't think a lot of people were surprised by, but the reviews weren't that great. But I think people are now showing movie theaters will come back. People are wanting to get the theater experience and not be inside all the time. Of course, our next story is the Golden Globes that happened over the weekend. Not here to recap all the winners that happened Sunday and Monday. People all know that. But I think a big story is about the rating drop of this year's Golden Globes. People are going to complain, say, there's no NFL lead-in, there's no really big lead-ins into this. But it's COVID. People are home. So I think the biggest question is, why is there an estimated 60% drop of viewership for the Golden Globes? And I'm going to assume award shows coming up are probably see a very similar pattern. People are home. There's really no excuse. I think the question now is Hollywood and the award show producers going to recognize that maybe it's time to mix it up? Maybe there's a different format to do this. Of course, it's tough during COVID to do anything truly different, but this has now been almost a 5 to 7 year pattern of award show ratings going down and down and down. That might be because of what's being nominated, the transition of theater to streaming, but something definitely needs to change if the award shows want to keep going. But we'll see what happens. Comic-Con this year announced that once again they are doing their traditional big convention virtually in July. This is going to be a big hit to San Diego because that makes so much money for them every year. But on the bright side, Comic-Con did announce that they will be doing, knock on wood, a in-person convention in late November. So they are giving ticket buyers the option and exhibitors the option to go. If you don't want to do July, you could also do it in November and or pre-book for July 2022. So we'll see what happens, but it's going to be a big tourism hit to San Diego and a really fun thing for fanboys and fans alike to go and have a convention to hang out at. Another issue with COVID. On the casting front, Indira Varma from Game of Thrones has been cast in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney+. She'll be starring alongside Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, who are reprising their titular roles, and Deborah Chow is directing. They're actually going to be using the same technology that The Mandalorian uses, where it's a virtual set with a screen, essentially. So it's pretty great to see Disney starting to use technology across the board, which is the whole point of them buying out ILM and LucasArts. On the other casting front, Alice Eve will be starring in the Gary Shore upcoming feature, The Queen Mary. Gary Shore, as you know, is the director from Dracula Untold. This is actually pretty exciting. This is going to be the first in a trilogy for them. The Queen Mary is a rich lore of ghost history. I don't know if anyone has been to the Queen Mary down in Long Beach, but they have wonderful haunted tours about it. It's properly haunted. It's scary as shit. So I think seeing them actually take this lore and adapt it into a feature is going to be pretty exciting. That's our show for the morning. I appreciate you all tuning in to the first episode ever of Tech Avail News. Hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully you'll tune in for tomorrow morning. The plan is to do this every weekday, and then moving forward in probably a month or so, I'll start doing a little bit of a deep analysis opinion piece. But for now, I'll see you tomorrow.